The next 2 years beset by injuries, but last year started all 16 in the regular season again and was very productive. His first 4,000-yard campaign throwing the ball, 27 touchdowns and only 7 interceptions. The injuries got him again in the wild card game, but when he's on the field, his team is dangerous.
Wentz going to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Wentz now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Deshaun Jackson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year. At New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Pick up a 3.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 43. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
At the Eagles' 37-yard line.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. On first and 10, it's Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Robbie Gould on for the extra point.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36. Pickup that's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This pass complete, Wentz to Ertz. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. Winston's pass.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40. The 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They'll run with Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have moved down in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out from PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Wentz again, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, it's Wentz. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And that's the rookie, Javon Kinlaw, who got in there to bring him down.
In the short time this San Francisco organization has been configured the way that it is, you've seen their draft patterns. And when they traded DeForest Buckner to Indianapolis, many people were wondering what's going to happen to the interior of the defensive line. Well, they replaced him right away with Javon Kinlaw, the rookie out of South Carolina. And I expect him to make a big impact early as a rookie. Plays with great leverage. I love his hands and really good intensity each and every snap.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers, and now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And Kittle catching the slant. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
On first down, it's Coleman. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Eagles 10.
Well, looking at From a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Jalen Rager on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 44, Wentz, deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Eagles 13.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession, but I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
brings up.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Winds up and lets it go for 6. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. It's a great throw right there, and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Mostert. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Defense.
No.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they have to try and move past that pick-6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick-6. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. But he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Kendrick.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's now
under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
1st and 10.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
26 miles.
So the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 13.
The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Sanders. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
3-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
At the 49ers, 38-yard line.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
The keeper.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for the Eagles, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.
So we just ran in the spot, and they would spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot, and they would spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend, and my energy paralyzed. I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, a cheater, run up and I'm there in the scene. Now I just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And they would spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And they would spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was made, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it?
I'd lived up to the hype. So when coach called me in, I figured if to lock me in as a starter. Things are never quite that simple. The matter still wasn't settled, and I'd have to be ready for anything and everything.
All right, fellas, listen up. Last practice of the week. We've had a good week so far. Let's make sure we finish the same way. We got a game on Sunday.
Okay, cool.
All right, this is it. The gold standard. We are going for gold.
swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you again.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. We step on, spin move, in zone. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off.
I had a great practice, but afterwards something felt wrong. The trainers noticed it too. Definitely not the best timing. But I'd already worked so hard to keep my place, and I couldn't let anything slow me down. The day before the next game, I met with the coach, since he decides who's active. And he wasn't convinced I was ready. I guess I'd made a good case, because he agreed to start me. Still, it would take everything I had to rise to the challenge.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
From the gun, Clancy, and that's complete to Gates. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 50.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 20.
So, Charles, as we come upon the midway point of the campaign, reports indicating that the head coach of this offense is looking to name a starting quarterback for the remainder of the season after this game. And to complicate things a bit, that same quarterback is a little dinged up.
Yeah, and everyone understands how high the stakes are when the head coach puts that out there into the atmosphere. And let's face it, this is even tougher for him because he's a little bit dinged up due to an ankle injury that happened in practice. He'll tell the rest of us it's not a big issue. You know it's taped up as tight as possible. But when your mobility is limited, it doesn't help you when you're trying to hold on to your starting position.
On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it off, loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. On 1st down, Black. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it's going to be 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Complete to
CeeDee Lamb.
Touchdown.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Black got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. It's now 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Number 13,
Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the... So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, Black. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
The 3-yard line.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
On the carry.
Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the... So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Throwing on 1st down, Black. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Here's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So we have reached halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
Set to kick off.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. On 1st down, Black. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Cowboys.
On 1st and 10, Black. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
C.D. Lamb.
Big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on 1st down. Black. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
To throw again. Black. He goes to Lamb again. This time he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down in defense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. On first down, Black. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 35. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run it with Elliott. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
13 yards.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Black toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of them?
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards. First down, Cowboys. Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the...
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip.